Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I got a little mic from Amazon. Say
What's
hi.
up, guys? Hey.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my ASMR. Hey, everybody, welcome back. So, I'm going to be telling my birth story, Cole's birth story. It was a little bit traumatic, but overall, I think it was
Pretty good.
pretty fun. Say something cool?
Goo goo gaga.
He just wants to eat it. We're going to do some adult coloring.
I'm gonna go grab this.
Okay, so where do I start? So, my pregnancy was I'd say it was easy pregnancy, right? Overall, hearing other people's stories on TikTok made me really nervous. So, like, when I was 17 weeks, I thought that I was leaking fluid, but really, I was just peeing my pants. But I went into the Kaiser like a couple times and I was like, I'm leaking fluid, I'm leaking fluid. And they were like, no. It's not testing positive. You're peeing your pants. So that was embarrassing, but I was just really scared because you see those horror stories on TikTok and they're like, oh my god, my water broke at 20 weeks and my baby was born at 26 weeks. And I'm like really scared of that happening.
And
So
everyone died. Everyone died in the end.
yeah, Blake was trying to get me off TikTok because I was kind of freaking myself out a little bit. But yeah, I gave birth to him at 38 weeks. So 37 is when the earliest you can give birth. Oh yeah, I was anemic. I get anemic really easily. So like when I'm on my period, I'm anemic, and I got really anemic when I was like 20 weeks. They were like, damn, girl, you need to take iron pills. They almost were going to give me iron transfusions, but they were like, meh, it'll be fine. Pregnancy was pretty easy. I got pretty big. Opposite pictures.
Oh, I got you.
Blake was really, really supportive. Blake was really, really supportive during the whole pregnancy. He was always there. Okay, so during March 2023, I had a miscarriage at like 6 weeks. It was like a chemical pregnancy, so basically it's like I didn't even get an ultrasound yet. It was at like 6 weeks, and I had pictures of the pregnancy test and everything. It made me feel a little loopy because I saw the pregnancy test and then I was like, wait, I'm bleeding. And then we went to the urgent care and we waited there for like
5 hours.
we were there for a while.
I had to kick the door down for them to help.
Yeah, I was in a lot of pain and I just wanted them to tell me like, oh, you're miscarriaging, and then send me home because we were there for so long and I was like writhing around in pain. It was probably the worst pain I've ever had in my life, worse than giving birth, to be honest, especially since I had the epidural. It was pretty bad. So then I got pregnant again. Stupid. In June. So the end of June is like when I started. So I miscarried March. Miscarriage around. It was actually like 3 days before his birthday. So it's kind of crazy how that lined up. Okay, I wake up on the 10th. Oh my god.
No.
And I was cramping real bad. So like I thought, I was like, damn, I'm going into labor. All day I was just like cramping and cramping. It felt like period cramps, but and then at like 2 p.m. I was like, Blake, I'm like tweaking right now. And it was like really bad pain. Like
Ouch.
Like worse than my period. Because I get really bad period cramps, but like worse than my period. It was like really bad. We go back that night at like 10 p.m. actually. Oh wait, no, we go back home from that one. And then we go back at like 10 p.m. Because I was still in a lot of pain. Okay, so I go in at 10 p.m. and I'm like, please help me, help me, help me. And they're like, there's nothing we can do. They check me again. I'm 2.5 centimeters, like friggin' 4 hours after that. And they're basically like, you're not dilating fast enough for us to keep you, and you're not dilating fast enough for us to give you epidural. So they send me home. And instead of going to my home, I go to Blake's mom's house, Michelle's house, and then we try sleeping there. We stop at Stater Brothers. He gives me a bunch of snacks, flowers.
Ooh.
I can put
That
that picture up.
That Gatorade was
Yeah,
fire.
cucumber cucumber Gatorade is so good. Yeah, so
I never liked cucumber Gatorade, but for some reason that night
it was hitting.
I love you.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so we try sleeping in her house, and every like 5 minutes I'm having a contraction, and they're like really painful. Like, it feels like if you ever gotten a Charlie horse, like your calf being really tight. It's like that, except when you stand up, it doesn't go away. It was really bad. And then we go back in, and I was like literally begging them at this point to give me some sort of pain medication. I was like, please, please. But this lady was really sweet, so I was like, I know you guys are gonna send me away, but can you please just give me some pain medication? And she was like, oh, of course. And then they check my dilation again, and I'm 4 centimeters effaced, and like 80%, 4 centimeters dilated and like 80% effaced. So dilated is like how big your hole is, you know? So at that point, I was 4. They
That
usually admit
Badusi
you.
was open.
Huh?
They usually admit you at like 6 centimeters. So I was 4, and I was like, I don't care if you guys don't admit me, just give me medication. So she gave me a morphine shot and had like fentanyl in it. And she was like, this is gonna make you feel a little bit woozy. So Blake, take care of him. Take care of him. Take care of her. So they had me in a wheelchair. We got lost in the we got lost in the parking lot, remember?
Yeah.
And I was like crying. I was like, we're lost. And he was like, it's fine. We can find another way around. I'm sorry, but.
Oh my god.
And I was like, can you please take me to the car? He's like, that's where we're going.
They were doing a bunch of construction on the building.
It was really confusing.
So the whole back parking lot was for people who worked there. We walk out that back way, and then we get locked outside.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
We got locked in the back.
I get to go home, I sleep, I take a shower.
Yeah,
I'm working Saturday, good.
You got good sleep.
And then my contractions basically stopped for a while after that. The 11th, I had a doctor's appointment in the morning. So I go into my doctor's appointment, she checks me, and I'm literally like 5.5 centimeters dilated or something. And she's like, oh yeah, this baby's coming soon. And she was like, I don't think you're going to make it to your next appointment. My next one was a week later. She's like,
she canceled it.
She canceled my appointment there.
Canceled it.
So I'm not going to cancel it.
That's when we knew I was scared.
And she was like, yay, I'm so excited for you. I was like, dude, are you serious? Is he actually coming? Like, I was so nervous, but so excited. And I was kind of over being pregnant, to be honest. I was like, get this baby on me. I really wanted to meet him, and yeah.
That was one of the most anticipating
she was like,
parts.
Next time you start having contractions again, you need to go in because you're 5 centimeters now. That means next time you're contracting again, you're going to be way more dilated. And everyone thought I was going to be late because usually your first baby, it's a lot later. But apparently, I'm different. I think it's because I was anemic. So we went in on March 11th. It was like the night of the 11th. We went in at like 10 p.m. So right before we left, we started playing Fortnite.
And we actually won a victory royale.
And it's like one of my first games. Yeah, I was like tweaking.
Baby out and we got a victory.
Yeah, I was literally like mid-contracting and we got a victory royale. After that, we went in and they actually admitted me because I was like 5.5 centimeters or something. And then they gave me my epidural. I was like begging for an epidural because I was in too much pain at this point. And we were contracting very close together. I thought maybe I was more dilated than I was because my contractions were so close together. Blake was tweaking. He was like, you look like my mom and she was about to give birth. I was like, what? Am I about to give birth right now? Because when his mom was giving birth to his youngest brother, he was like about to fall out of her.
Dude, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. Anyways, so I get admitted finally. They give me epidural, and I fall asleep on the epidural for like an hour. At this point, we've gotten no sleep. Like maybe an hour, like nap.
Oh, I'm also sick during
this
too.
And Blake's sick. I fall asleep and they freaking give me Pitocin without even asking me. I guess they asked Blake if they can give me Pitocin.
I said yeah.
He said yeah.
Because I thought
I really did not want Pitocin.
in my head.
Okay, but it's because I was on TikTok. Everyone was like, "Oh, Pitocin will make you have contractions more, but it won't dilate you. So like, there's a chance that your baby can die." And I was like tweaking. I was like, I don't want Pitocin. But really, it worked out fine.
I think it helped more than it.
So I was there we went in at like what 11 p.m. Got the epidural like 1, and the epidural was really easy. He hired up my chair super high, and then he gave me a numbing shot to put the epidural in, and I was starting to like, and then I like kind of jumped because it was like really scary. Like my
hand.
Honestly,
she squeezed my hand, and my hand turned white.
At first it works, and then my left side just stops working, and I feel contractions on my left like back and like leg. I was really confused, but so then the lady's checking me and she's like, oh, your water hasn't popped yet. And she was like, you're like 6 centimeters, can I pop your water? And I was like, I guess. I didn't even know like they could pop your water for you. And I was like, are there risks? And she's like, no. So she just gets this needle and just pops my water. She said it was like falling out of me. And then and every single time somebody checks him, they're like, oh my god, his head's right there. Like every single time somebody checks him, they're like, oh my god, his head's right.
He also got violated a lot.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't mind it. I was like, check me, please. I wanted to know if he was like coming out more, you know? This girl checks me. She's like, oh, can I check you? I'm like, go for it. I can't feel anything down there. And she checks me and she's like, oh my god, you're at a 10. You're not feeling anything? And I'm like, girl, I have that epidural. And she was like, okay, well, this baby's coming. And my mom and my sister are there. And they're like, they came and visited me in the waiting room. She's like, this baby's coming. So my mom and my sister leave and Blake's there. And I was very, very nervous. I wasn't like I was nervous for like something bad happening. I just like was so anxious about it. How are you feeling?
I was anxious too, but I was trying to act like I wasn't.
Yeah, Blake was very stone. He was like, "You're gonna be good. You're gonna do this." He was holding my leg. He got a picture of like his head halfway coming out, and just my.
Put that picture on screen.
No, a blurred image of it. And if you subscribe to our OnlyFans, you can get that picture.
All right,
I've made
my
no
bad.
progress on this. How about you? Oh, okay. Or was
I
I?
gave up.
Okay, they're like, you're at a 10. You're gonna get freaking birth right now. So my sister and mom leave. They spread me open, turn this big ass flashlight on my cooch. They say, when a contraction comes, I'm gonna tell you, and you push. And then, yeah. So contractions coming. I'm like, and they're like, breathe, breathe. Blake was like, he's like freaking sweating more than I am. And he keeps looking at me like, you good? And I'm like, I'm not crying, but
Dude,
I'm like really
it's
like
scary.
it's
Seeing
scary.
someone you care about so much
It's so much
be in
like
that much like distress,
yeah,
and two people you care about
yeah.
already, and you're just kind of
Yeah.
like
Sorry.
you just want to protect them, but you know, like
There's nothing you can really do.
yeah.
At this point, it's like 9 a.m. when I first start pushing. He was like almost out, and she was like, his heart rate was a little wonky, and she was like kind of worried about it, the doctor. And she was like, if you don't push him out in one more push, I'm gonna give you an episiotomy. It's like when they cut you, you're opening, and then he comes out and they stitch you back up. And then I push him out in that one push.
I know she went. Sorry. No, I swear to God, like that activated something in her spirit.
Yeah, I was like, no, because I heard so much about episiotomies and how I heard so much about episiotomies and how bad they are, and like the healing is so much worse. But I did tear. I got a 3rd-degree tear. It was like between a 2nd and 3rd. She said she stitched it up, and I had no issues with that. It was fine.
It doesn't. The one that you got, it dissolves.
Yeah, I was dissolving stitches, so. But I was so scared to go to the bathroom afterwards. So he comes out. He's huge to me because in my head, like I never imagined seeing the baby that was in me like outside, and I was like, in my head, okay, I was so anxious about it that I was like anxious about because of the miscarriage that I was like, this isn't gonna happen. Like I got so excited for the other one, and then this one happened, and I was like, this isn't gonna happen. And then when he did come out, I was like, what the fuck? Like this is real? Like I didn't think it was real. I don't know.
I was just so shocked that he was in your belly.
Yeah,
that boy looked like he was like 4 months old already.
Yeah, everyone
like
when they saw him was saying, "Oh my god, he's so small." But to me, I was like, "That's a big, like,
dude,
that's big. That's a big baby." Big. He was like he was almost 8 pounds. He was 7'11".
I think he was 8 pounds.
No, he was 8 pounds. I think it was exactly 8 pounds.
Exactly.
I'll pull the picture. No, I'm gonna make you look real stupid. No editing.
Don't do that.
So yeah, he pops out, and it's like euphoric. Like the feeling I get is like the most biggest relief ever. It feels like it just took a fat. It just come out. And I'm like, oh, Blake got the umbilical cord.
I did.
Yeah.
Put the picture on screen.
How was it?
It was nice. I was really scared. They're like, dude, just cut it. I'm like,
sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I was like, I'll hurry up.
Yeah, Blake was like crying the whole time. He was like really, really happy and excited. And he was like, are you okay? Are you okay? And he just couldn't keep his eyes off Cole. Like the whole time he was just like following Cole around, watching him. His APGAR score was really good. That's like when they see if he like his skin is blue and stuff. They said his APGAR score is really good. It was like out of 10, and it was 8 and then a 9. So that's really good. That's like a perfect score, really. I'm in the delivery room with him still. They put him on my chest. We're all cuddly.
cute.
He's so cute. They wrap him up. They teach me how to breastfeed. My epidural did not let me walk, so they had to transfer me into his wheelchair. And I feel like a freaking.
I don't even know, dude.
I felt so sad because I was like, I wanted to just walk out of there with my baby, but I was like so.
If you ever seen Rick and Morty, it's when Rick and Morty gets his mech. Put it on the screen right now.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say when he uses that horse thing to get the horse semen out of the horse.
Oh.
Yeah, they moved me into my staying room. How was that for you? We were extremely.
I was
tired.
still.
We were both
still sick. I mean, I can't complain. I can't complain.
But he got a bed though. He was chilling.
I got lucky.
And then everyone comes and visits. Blake's dad visits. Blake's mom visits. Blake's sister, my mom. They almost kept me for another day, but I wanted to go home so bad. She was like, if you feel bad, we can keep you. If not, we can send you home. They checked on me like literally every 2 hours. I had the best nurses though. Like they were teaching me how to go use the bathroom, teaching me how to put on a diaper. Then we laid down those witch hazel pads and the like numbing spray. You can't wipe. You after you go pee, you have to use a spray water bottle and shoot up there.
Oh yeah.
So
Squirt bottles.
yeah, and then I spray. It was kind of like self care, you know. I like set up my little diaper with my witch hazel pads and then my spray. You know, it was like a little self care moment. The lady was really sweet, and I honestly like flashed so many ladies there, so many nurses. I just was like, "Help me!" and just showed them my coochie. Help me, you know. Yeah. And one lady comes in, says nothing to me. Oh, okay. She's like, "Hello, good morning." Just opens my pants, walks up to me, and she's like, "Oh, good morning." Just opens my pants and looks, and she's like, "Oh, your bleeding is good," and then looks away. And I was like, "What the hell?" I mean, I've seen her before, but I was like, "No, hello."
Leave me at the dinner first.
I was like, whatever. Like these ladies probably see like 100 coochies a day. Blake went and got us in and out.
Oh my god.
While baby was sleeping.
She's bleeding all over the thing, all over the floor.
Hello. I went to go get socks.
No socks.
I want to go around your bed, got socks, and then I realized I'm dripping blood out of my diaper.
I'm like,
all down my leg and everything. And
like,
then
wait.
In my head, I was like, oh, I gotta clean up this blood I just trickled everywhere. So I started wiping up the blood.
I'm like, wait for me to get there.
And I'm like,
I'm almost there.
Honestly, it was really hard to walk. I didn't know if it was hard for other women to walk after they give birth, but they had to give me an iron transfusion because my iron was so low. They gave me like freaking like 3 tubes of iron transfusion, and then I started to taste chocolate in my mouth. And she was like, "Oh, you might start to smell chocolate," and I was like, "I can taste it." It tasted like those Easter Bunny chocolates. It was like nasty chocolate.
Yeah, you're at the end of this one.
So we wheel it to the car. Blake puts Cole in the car, and he's so tiny, his little car seat. And then the drive home, Blake is playing friggin' Berserk theme song the whole way.
And it
worked. It did calm him down.
And the drive back home, I swear I've never driven that safe ever in my life.
I've raised my sisters like changed their diapers a lot and like made them breakfast and stuff. So I was like, I'm prepared. But I don't think anything can prepare you for the newborn stage. That's a completely different thing.
Dude, I don't remember how.
Me being postpartum was very, very hard for me. Like anxiety wise, like I would get the nighttime scaries, like sundown scaries, that's what it's called. Every time the sun would go down, I would start tweaking, getting scared and anxious, and I was like, oh, I hate that feeling. Like the baby blues.
Yeah.
And then I got really bad postpartum depression, anxiety. Blake was there to help a lot, and my mom, she watched him a lot, but Blake was really there, like watching him constantly.
I got 3 months off work.
Yeah, he got 3 months off work. So Blake's older sister, who's like 10 years older than him, she also had a baby in January 12th, and then Cole was born March 12th, so they're exactly 2 months apart. So that was really helpful having someone who's so close in age to you, have a baby so close to you, because yeah, very supportive. Because
shout out to Kaylee.
Shout out to Kaylee. Because you can ask like your parents and like aunts and stuff like for help about that, like newborn stuff. They've had a baby, but they'll probably be like foggy about it. And she's like in the moment, you know, 2 months earlier, so it's like we got a little preview or.
Yeah, we were getting previews. That's nice.
I don't really have a cousin close to my age, so I've always wanted that experience. That's my birth story. A little bit of the newborn phase. That's a whole nother beast, though.
You're
not interested written on the door. I can't. Everyone just go away.
Except you can stay. You're not interested written on the doorway. As far as I got. That's all I got.
This is all I got.
That's all I got.
Blake's a Cancer, so honestly, 10 out of 10 on this one.
Thank you.
10 out of 10.
Thank you. Yours a 20 out of 10.
Babe. Oh, he's bunked his head on me. He's fine. And if you made it this far,
thanks for watching.
Comment big fat butts. Comment. Bye.
I'll see you later.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was a bully of 3. One went down and dove it down, as one unbully men go. Sandman, the waterman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One man, the waterman come, and if her